Okay, here's a quick video. Wanted to cold start the car. Clean my lens off. Here it's currently 43 degrees. Do a little bit of a walk around, cold start, back it out of the garage. You can do a little walk around. Temp 47 degrees. She's not been warmed up. It's a glove box. This is where the computer resides. Cables that are in there to attach to a laptop or what have you to the shift. Alright, push the wrong button. I have to start over. Cables for the ECU and the shift controller, transmission controller. There's a transmission controller right there. Currently in park position. Turn it. We got road speed, throttle position, transmission temp. And that's status. Push the button, turns overdrive off. Push it again, turns overdrive back on. These gauges work as well. Fuel level, voltmeter, oil pressure, water temperature, speedometer. Pump that you hear is the electric vacuum pump for the brakes. There's the car. Out a little bit, a little easier to see. Now I imported this car from Canada. The body and the interior are as they were. What I did was pull the Chevy 350 and Turbo 350 transmission out, redo the rear end, install the 4.6 liter in the turbo system and the 4R70W transmission. A lot of fabrication work, wiring, exhaust, basically to do everything to this car, make it the way that it should be. Just have power seats. I did add seat belts. I did not have seat belts. We've got some small issues. You can see here where glue has been pulled away. This is mainly from kids getting in and out of the car, kicking stuff with their feet. I do take my daughters for quite a bit of rides up for ice cream. There's speakers underneath, speakers in the door. That's the heater box. And the heater core is in there. Pedal, brake pedal, There's the column and shifter mount setup that I made, where the cable goes right through the floor. Power antenna, tilt steering column, see back seat with the top up. The top is down all the time. Top is never up, except for when I put it away in the fall, or if we take a ride and it's a little cool out. I am not sure on any body work or rust repair that was done to this car, except for some minor details. There's no rust underneath the car. There's no rust on the frame. I can't see evidence of any real rust anywhere. The exhaust is full stainless. Comes from a 3-inch downpipe off the turbo, then it splits to 2.5 inch into some stainless MagnaFlow round mufflers and to stainless 2.5 inch pipes that I custom built all the way out the back. The trunk has a release from a remote. The issues are as follows, besides those small little interior things. We got a couple snaps that pulled. Got a snap there that pulled. We got a snap here that's pulling, and one here that pulled. This top has shrunk because it's down all the time. In turn, when it's up, it tightens this gap. When the top is down, this gap opens up, doors close a little bit easier. Aside from replacing the top, there's really nothing that can be done about that. It's just not been on my priority list, as, well, to be honest, I don't ever drive with the top up. These were hitting at one point, and it chipped all the paint off, and it looked horrible. I sent this car out to have those chips fixed, and this door and fender and everything all repainted and blended, and it looks amazing. The hood could use a slight adjustment. These are really difficult to get on and off, but I had to pull it in order to do all the work that I did on it. It's on and it closes good. Just needs some slight adjustment. We've been trying to work that out. Let me pop the hood in the trunk. There's the remote. Let me push that button. There you go. Okay, in the trunk, fire extinguisher, battery box that's vented to the outside, car cover, fluid reservoir for the hydraulic top, it is carpeted. Never been a big fan of this carpet. Meant to have it all replaced, I just haven't got there yet. You lift it up, there's an stainless access panel that goes to the fuel pump setup and to the sending unit for high-low fuel. Fuel relay, fuel pump relays right there. It's triggered by the computer. Everything's run off of the Holley HP EFI. The electric fans for the radiator also run off. Okay, here's the engine. That light ticking you hear, that's actually the injectors. There's no ticking in the engine. There's the electrical connectors for the fuel injection. You unhook those 2/4 turns, and everything is unplugged to the motor. We have a vent can, custom steering, power steering, stainless pipes and silicone hoses for the radiator cooling system down below. blow-off valve, idle air control, D-banded throttle body. We have IGN 1A ignition coils with a custom bracket. Make the best of the best. This is the brand new turbo that I just put on, with the wastegate fitted into the turbine housing. Custom back pressure sensor buffer that I designed, so you can read the back pressure. Not necessary, but it's kind of a cool feature. Has fuel pressure sensor into a Holley billet regulator, billet fuel rails. And behind the grill, you can see the air-to-air intercooler. This car is tuned for 93 octane fuel, somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 horsepower, if not a little bit more. I only run it on 10 pounds of boost. There's absolutely no reason to run it more than that. We are up to temperature. Air fuel ratio idling right at 14.7, about 850 RPM, 19 to 20 degrees of timing, 10 inches of vacuum. There is a radio, power antenna, heater. I also did install a line lock. You pull that, hit the brake, you can do a nice little burnout if you're into that sort of thing. Also on this side, you can see from getting in and out of the car, it's kind of pulled this away. It just needs refitted and glued back in. And this little kick piece down here just seems to always get kicked out of the way. And that's that.